Somebody say, hey, we want some.
No, 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 no. I, yes, I did say I would use that song for an intro, but I was just kidding. I can't play that song on YouTube. Why? First of all, copyright infringement, and the lyrics of that song will probably get me kicked off YouTube. Sorry. Sorry, folks. Production team. Okay, let's work on another song. Until then, let's let her rip. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcoming you to this week's episode of, or excuse me, I almost messed up the Wrestling Gold Friday night. Yes, kind of a unproductive day. Uh, see, I ain't screwed up my little name play. I still got Happy New Year on there. But anyway, yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. Uh, if you're tuning in live, please join me in the chat. Share it, share any memories you have of the good old days of professional wrestling. Also, if you don't have any memories, just be nice, leave a or say hello. I'll say hello right back at you. Also, if you're enjoying this at the end, click that thumbs up button. Uh, Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. Cool, got that crap out of the way. So yeah, this is Wrestling Gold Friday night, where we talk about the good old days of professional wrestling, when wrestling was wrestling, not not none of that bullshit from the from the north there, that Yankee crap, that that Vince McMahon bullshit, that fake bullshit. This was when wrestling was real, damn it. Anyway, what's up, Amingo? What's up, Joe King? Yes, as you've seen, I had a little 10 bell salute to Black Bart. Black Bart passed away yesterday after succumbing to colon cancer. Yes, hashtag cancer effing sucks. Uh, but yeah, he was a staple in the territories back in the 80s. Had a little run in the WWF. I hate that they keep saying he's a WWF superstar, but he was kind of a handsome talent there. Almost forgot. Uh, I'll do that later. Uh, but yeah, had a long career. Started around 1975. Went through several names such as Man Mount Harris, Hangman Harris, and Hangman Ricky Harris. Which I'm glad I read that because, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. 6'4", I think. 6'4", 350 pounds. Mean look, a dadgum mean looking son of a gun. Uh, that's a hangman. That's a hangman. not some. Oh, there we go. That's a hangman. Uh, yes. Like I said, 6'4", 350 pounds. Uh, looks like a guy. If you seen him in a bar, you just leave that dude alone. Bad looking son of a gun. That's a hangman, not some pretty boy. Uh, possibly 6 foot, wearing bedazzled pants. No, that's a hangman. All right, now we got that out of the way. Yeah. Well, he wasn't the first world class champion. I want to say Rick Rude was Rick Rude because he was the America's champion when world class pulled out of the NWA. I said pulled. Uh, uh, Seceded from the NWA, became their own thing. So I think, yeah, Rick Rude I think was the America's champion, which was the top title and the world class territory. So I think they switched from the America's champion to the World Class Wrestling Association World Champion. And since Rick Rude was the American champion, he was recognized as the World Class Wrestling Association World Champion or Wrestling Champion or Heavyweight Champion. Um, let's see. Then after him was Chris Adams. Um, then Chris Adams got arrested and then left World Class, uh, in which they gave the belt to Black Bart, but it was one of those phantom title exchanges. Supposedly he won it in California or something like that, or Las Vegas. Let me find it. Yeah, Los Angeles. There was a fictitious match in Los Angeles where Black Bart won it from Chris Adams, and of course, 5 months later, Kevin Von Erich defeated Black Bart, and Black Bart went to the UWF. Then, of course, UWF got sold to Crockett. And, he stayed there for a little bit, went back to world class. Went to the I think we had, a few months ago we watched a thing called Professional Wrestling Federation, Dusty Rhodes in Florida. There he was teaming with Bobby Jaggers and Tony Anthony. Mainly him and Bobby Jaggers were the tag team champions. Then went to the USWA, became the uh, Southern champion there. Let's see. Then he went to the world class, or not world, the WWF, where he was pretty much used as enhancement talent. Um, a lot of people probably know him in WCW as the Desperados. Him, Dutch Mantel, and Deadeye Dick, who was Randy Colley, I believe. They were trying to find Stan Hansen. I don't think they ever found him. Um, but but later on, he went to Global, teamed with Bill Irwin uh, as the Wild Bunch, Johnny Mantel as Rough Riders, multi-time global champion. Um, then kind of came back to the WCW, uh, had a few little TV matches on there. Uh, Actually, I did not know this till I read about it. He at least helped train Justin Bradshaw Layfield, and I think they teamed together, became global champions as well. And I definitely didn't know this. I did not know Black Bart also trained Necro Butcher. But but of course, if you watch Mid Atlantic through Mid Atlantic and Florida from '83 to '86 ish. Well, '84 or yeah, '83 to probably '85. Uh, he wrestled in Florida and Mid Atlantic, teamed with Ron Bass as the Long Riders. They were tag team champions in Florida, tag team champions in Mid Atlantic, became Mid Atlantic champion as well. Use the finishing maneuver called the Texas Compactor. Sometimes it will be either just a simple leg drop or a leg drop from the second rope. And yeah, so he's to blame for Necro Butcher. Uh, I was sorry, wasn't a fan of Necro Butcher. Um, but yeah, had a pretty long career. And like I said, uh, wound up getting colon cancer, I do believe. Yes, and uh, and succumbed to cancer. The uh, hashtag cancer fucking sucks. So anyway, rest in peace, Black Bart, and to all those people who survived the snowstorm down here. All those who unfortunately had to work. Yeah, I actually know one person who had to work at Home Depot today. I don't think she worked all day, uh, but definitely had to work today. Uh, and apparently, I also found out the IHOP this morning was open in Gainesville. So those people had to work. All those rescue people, power companies. Cheers to you folks. Appreciate you. Cheers. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna go crazy, just chug the whole bottle. But not tonight, boys and girls. Not tonight. So yeah. Of course, we usually start off Wrestling Gold Friday night, talking about the history of professional wrestling, uh, particularly on a certain date. Of course, today is the 10th of January. So everything I go through will be covering stuff from the 10th of January. Bring that up. I'll do that right now. I'll do that. Bring up my notes here. All right. So on this date in wrestling history, that up there. On this date in 1970, Marcus Buff Bagwell was born. Gosh, I can't count that high. Let's see. So he's 6 years older than me. Uh, makes him 54. So yeah, happy birthday to Marcus Buff Bagwell. Also on this date in 1972, uh, Brian Christopher would have been 46. He was born on this date. Of course, Brian Christopher was the son of Jerry King Lawler. Unfortunately, he did pass in 2018. On this date in 1973, Hiro Matsuda defeated Bill Drummer for the All South Columbus, Georgia Championship. Of course, All South is or was the opposition to Georgia Championship Wrestling. That's when Ken Gunkel split, formed All South, and Hiro Matsuda wrestled for. Did not know that. Right. On this day in 1989, huge jump here. Wildcat win a fully defeated Phil Hickerson for the CWA title, which was the Continental Wrestling or Championship Wrestling Association championship. Uh, Dutch Mantel, say it with me, folks. Dutch Mantel, bad motherfucker. Defeated Charity King Lawler to win the Unified World Championship. However, the title was returned to Jerry Lawler due to some actions from Ricky Morton. I do remember this. Ricky Morton was the special referee in that match. Um, and of course, this is the first time some of us, anyway, way before the York Foundation, that Ricky Morton turned heel. Uh, yeah, got you. Anyway, yeah, this is the first time Ricky Morton had turned heel, as far as I know. First time I seen it. Do remember it? They showed show highlights of the match. Ricky Morton was kind of um, not you know, not quite being there when Jared Lawler had a penny combination, and one thing led to another. I think there was the usual fast count from Ricky Morton. Then the cameras went back to the Mid South, locker room of the Mid South Coliseum, and you see Ricky Morton and Dutch Mantel, that motherfucker, celebrate. So, dig what's up. You know, pretty much everybody knew that. Heck down, Ricky Morton uh, turned against Jerry Lawler and became a heel in Memphis. Pretty cool stuff too. You got the when you was watching that they did a good job on this, blurring that you what's real and what's storyline. Gave the whole history of how the Rock and Roll Express was created. Jerry Lawler went on there and said, "Hey, hey, Punky Morton, if it was for me, you and Robert probably wouldn't have this success." Something like that, not word for word, but explain that, hey, he's the one that put Ricky and Robert together, uh, got him gave him the gimmick, basically, the bandanas, the tights, the music, and all that. So, pretty good stuff. And, Ricky Morton, came out and said, you're full of it, basically, and let's call Robert. And as they was about to call Robert Gibson, Ricky Morton pulled the phone out of the way, I think, or turned the basically turned the phone. I don't know if he threw it. I can't remember if he threw it or just pulled the cord, the usual pull the cord thing. But it's pretty good stuff there. Let's see. On this, also on the state in 1989, Dusty Rhodes, who was removed from or was removed as NWA WCW Booker in late '88, uh, finally resigns from the company, and of course, this is when he went to the WWF with those polka dots on, and he got him over, baby. He got those polka dot. He got the polka dots over, baby. The common man, Dusty Rhodes, baby. Didn't become world champion or anything, but that was kind of over. But uh, kind of not at his peak or whatever. So, uh, gosh, I remember that first vignette where had Dusty Rhodes be the common man. I don't know if I remember. I can't remember which vignette it was. Was it him as a plumber or him as a pizza man? Anyway, one of the vignettes where he was doing common man job, if you will, baby. Uh, I was like, I didn't say it, of course. I didn't want to get a whooping, but I was thinking, holy shit, oh, gosh, Dusty Rhodes and WWF, what the hell? Ah, this, this don't seem right. Dusty Rhodes and WWF? Well, at least he kept the name American Dream Dusty Rhodes, but they put the polka dots on him, baby, and he got those polka dots over, baby. Anybody else remember that when Dusty Rhodes first came to the WWF? At the Common Man, the American Dream, baby. That shot me. You gotta remember, folks, this is way before internet. Who the hell knew what a dirt sheet was? I think they were advertised in some magazines, but I didn't order them. Yes, the vignettes. The vignettes were where he was a pizza man, a plumber. What else? I think he did a carpenter, construction worker, or something like that. A few things. Then you got Amanda called Sweet Sapphire. All right, on this day in 1992 at the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas, for the Global Wrestling Federation, John Tatum and Rod Price defeated Blackheart and Bill Irwin to win the Global Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. Uh, actually, I remember watching Global at the time. Uh, uh, probably angle that probably or storyline angle, whatever you want to call it. I probably would not definitely not get over today because actually it was Black Bart and Bill Irwin were baby faces, and John Taylor and Rob Price were heels, which was right. I mean, John Taylor, I don't think I can't remember if he was ever a baby face or short time baby face, but he was always a better heel. Uh, but Bill Irwin and Black Bart would kind of accuse him of being dadgum funny boys. You know, y'all because I think they call himself the California Connection. Rob Price and John Tatum. He he was like California Connection, them funny boys over there. And John Tatum, Rob Price, you a couple of funny boys. You look like a couple of dadgum funny boys. Uh, then they had a picture of them in the locker room, I think, and they not really. This kind of, you know how you kind of like, well, kind of late, if you're with your girl or partner or whatever, it's 2025, and you kind of like lean on something a little bit, and you kind of about to embrace or whatever. Uh, anyway, they took a picture of that of John Tatum and Rob Price and aired it and said, "Yep, I told y'all they dead gum funny boys." Oh, good stuff. Good times, brother. Good times. Good times. Uh, and yes, I was going to try. I couldn't find a good promo of him using dadgum a lot, but he would use. But one promo I did get, he used steak a lot. You know, uh, he did use dadgum a couple times, but uh, that being Black Bart would always cut promos and dadgum this and dadgum that. Uh, anyway, on this day in 1994 at the Mid South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee, Ron and Don Harris defeated Todd Morton and Chris Michaels. This is another one of those. I'm kind of, or anyway, defeated for the USWA Tag Team titles. Um, Chris Michaels, of course, is no kin to Shawn Michaels or Rick Michaels. I don't think, yeah, Rick Michaels is not even their real last names. I don't know about Chris, but Rick or Shawn Michaels is not their real last name. Todd Morton is supposedly the brother of Ricky Morton. Um, this is kind of like the Johnny Rich thing, which I finally found out Johnny Rich was the real brother of or cousin of Tommy Rich. Uh, not sure Tom Morton because when he first came out, he had basically the same hairdo as Ricky, a little longer. Then started wearing the same rock and roll express gear as Ricky. Had with Ricky, but a few times. Um, but yeah, not sure if they were really brothers. I have to look that up. All right. Anyway, on this date in 1994, Robbie Eagle defeated Chris Candido to win the Smoky Mountain Wrestling Beat the Champ TV Championship. This took place at the Chillicothe, Virginia, Chillicothe High School, drawing 350 people. Not, of course, this is when pro wrestling is still in that little route, thanks to the sex scandals, steroid scandals, stuff like that. Um, yeah, it survived that. People kind of, when the right people are being punished, for things that happen, yeah, people kind of get over it. Steroid, hey, uh, what athlete wasn't doing it, but it was kind of a punch in the face. Um, now I just don't think. Anyway, I just don't think they'll survive a strike. Anyway, on this day in 1996, again in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South Coliseum, Lady Satan couldn't find the find the you know her in a mask, but Lady Satan was played by Debbie Combs. I think her mother was Nora Combs, who did play Lady Satan as well. She defeated Miss Texas, of course, which is Miss Jacqueline, for the USWA Women's Championship. Jerry Lawler defeated Texas Satcher to win the USWA title. A couple of title changes at that one. And on this day in 1999, ECW had a pay per view called Guilty as Charged. Took place at the Millennium Theater in Kissimmee, Florida, drawing 2,600 people. Let's see, Axel Rotten and Balls Mahoney defeated Tracy Smothers and Lil Guido, as well as Amish Roadkill and Danny Doring in a three-way dance. Yoshihiro Tajiri defeated Super Crazy. Sid Vicious, who was there for a short time, defeated John Coronas. The Dudley Boys defeated New Jack and Spike Dudley. ECW TV champion Rob Van Dam defeated Lance Storm. Just Incredible pinned Tommy Dreamer in a ladder match. Okay, what's the point of ladder then? Anyway, and of course, the main event of that night was Taz versus Shane Douglas for the ECW Championship. And this was the pay per view where Taz Khan became ECW World Champion. Um, I didn't watch that one live. I don't think I watched that till the WWE Network. Um, it was a decent pay per view. Um, nothing bad to it. Yeah, had the chickens. That's the only thing I remember about Amish Roadkill. Except for he was a big dude, he can move. Of course, when WWE bought ECW, I think they kind of gave them or Roadkill and Doring a shot, and didn't quite make it. I think Tracy Smothers probably let go. Lil Guido wasn't signed. Of course, Axel Rotten Balls Mahoney went signed. Super Crazy got into WWE later on. Of course, Boys were already in the WWE. But anyway, that concludes today in wrestling history. Yeah, question stuff I do remember. And I think wasn't Dusty Rhodes removed from being Booker when the okay, he turned Road Warriors heel, and then when they did that angle on TBS where Road Warrior Animal took one of the spikes off his pads and uh, jabbed it into Dusty Rhodes or in the head, and I mean you can see if you ever watch that, you can so disappointed in Dusty here. You can see him reach in his pocket and do like that. Come on, Dusty. Dusty, baby, you knew better than that, baby. But of course, he probably couldn't really wear tape around us because he was in street clothes. But yeah, they had a crazy idea, turn the Road Warriors heel, and uh, they were booed a little bit, but it mostly cheered. Uh, but yeah, definitely. I think we mentioned talked a lot about Wildcat Wendell Cooley during one of the times we watched Continental. Yeah, so I don't know why he left Continental for a short time, but came to Memphis. Uh, And of course, in Memphis, he was always known by as Rick Casey. And then he decides, "Hey, look, they did on TV, did a pretty good little thing here." He was being interviewed by Lance Russell. He said, "You know what? I called for my mom. Uh, she, said how proud she was of me to make it on my own name. From this day forward, and that's kind of what I did. I was, you know, when I wrestled, other places, I was known as Wendell Cooley. So from this day forward, just refer me to as Wildcat Wendell Cooley, because he was supposedly wasn't a real wasn't a real brother of Scott Casey, but that's what he was billed as for a while when he started at Southwestern. But yeah, who's this today in wrestling history? Let's see. Yes, I am still looking forward to. I'll look over the weekend. Of course, I might wait run some errands on Sunday, which I don't want to, but just I know most of the snow has melted off the road, so maybe hopefully it won't freeze up. Maybe I'll run my errands tomorrow, but definitely want to look up see if I can find some all South wrestling. Um, but anyway, reason I do want to do that because as usual we have a little watch along. Going to play some National Wrestling Federation. This was a promote at this time. I think there was uh, different uh, places that put the National Wrestling Federation stamp on it themselves. I think Chicago one time, and I think around the Northeast. I think Paul E. Dangerously, Paul Heyman was there, DC Drake. But at this time, it was only thing I found was 1992, and it was in Louisiana. Buck Robley was the booker. Don't call me yellow. Uh, oh, excuse me. But yeah, let's just say a few interesting names. So let me go back here, get the link up. Here's a link for anybody who watches, whoever's watching live and whoever watches later on in the replay. And yes, if don't watch this live, hey, feel free to make comments and or say hello in the as you're watching the replay. So uh, there's the link, and whenever you're ready, because I'm not quite ready yet, let me put my stuff on. But whenever y'all ready, I'll do a little countdown, push play. Sorry, I don't mean to be faded in and out. When I talk, I don't mean to be moving my head too much. Get the old tablet out. That way I can hear what's going on. You ready? We ready? All right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push play.
The NWF.
All right, push play now. uh,
The NWF presents Championship Wrestling.
Yes. By the way,
Howdy,
last night
partner. Yes, sir.
I
Rock
did a
and Rick
thing.
Conklin and Tuxedo Terry Funk are back. We're back with
I did.
National Wrestling Federation Wrestling
I
Cajun
did go on
style. Why
YouTube
don't you
and
tell them
pull up
about it, Rock
Stranglemania,
and Rick?
and I watched
Okay,
it.
Tuxedo Terry. Well, the action has been
So this
fast and
is
furious
drunk Terry
from the
Funk.
National Wrestling Federation. This week
But
we'll
no,
see a
this
lot of
is
action.
the
Mr. Wonderful
legend,
Paul Orndorff is
the
here.
man himself,
Primetime Ron Powers,
Terry
Mr. Jim
Funk,
Cornette, the Rock and Roll
doing
Express.
kind of
We'll
Terry
even see
here.
Brian Blair, the Killer Bee, against Greg the
I
Hammer
believe
Valentine.
this
And how about
is,
this one? Gentleman Chris Adams
yeah,
against Eli the
definitely after
Eliminator. It's
the
action, action, and more action.
Ric Flair feud.
Action down here in Louisiana, and I want to say something. Let's go to ring with Ben Boudreaux in the first match. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is
Now, when I was
sanctioned
kind
by
of
the
doing a
National
little
Wrestling
editing here and stuff
Federation
like that,
for one fall with a 10-minute time
I think
limit.
there's going to be some, not
Introducing
current commercials,
in
but I
this
think it's going to
corner
be some
from
old
Jacksonville,
commercials.
Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds. Please welcome the Nature Boy,
Speaking of legends,
Buddy
there he is.
Landel.
Boudreaux himself, Buddy Landel. You talking about a guy who probably should have been a bigger star, had the potential. He was entertaining as hell. Love this company. Love the booger sugar. But man, that dude was.
Now on his way to the ring, weighing 260
I do hear in
pounds, from
because
Tampa,
I do
Florida,
have it on my
Mr.
tablet as well, so I can kind
Wonderful
of hear what's going on.
Paul
But is that Paul Orndorff coming out to Eye of the Tiger? Now, if you remember when him and Hulk Hogan feuded in the WWF, he would come out
Well,
to
Terry Funk, you know, a very
Real
fitting
American.
theme song for Mr. Paul Orndorff, the theme from Rocky.
Yes,
and
the
I guess
best
the people here
corkscrew
have taken a liking
elbow
to Paul
ever.
Orndorff, just as they did to Rocky.
What are you trying to do?
But,
Impress
so it's
us with
funny
your
right
knowledge
here,
on
he's coming out
movies
to Eye of the
there?
Tiger.
Look out, what is this
That
right here?
was Hulk Hogan's music
Clothesline
as
over.
well.
Right over the top rope. Caught him with a second one.
For
I'll
Real
tell you what,
American,
you
because
talk
of
about
course it was
opening
in
up with a
like
main
three.
event
Of
with
course,
Buddy
it's back
Landel going against Paul Orndorff. What is a National Wrestling Federation up to next, Rock and
And you
Rick
talking
Conklin?
about
I tell you,
legit
Tuxedo Terry,
bad
they're dedicated to
mofo.
bringing top wrestling
Paul
action to the
Orndorff
area,
was
and
like
it's obvious.
was
The
one of
previous
those
week,
as
we
well.
have seen some wonderful action, including top tag team action. Mr. Orndorff was part of it with Chris Adams, and right now he is in the ring with a good one, Nature Boy, Buddy Landel.
I told you last week we was going to watch some Louisiana Cajun wrestling, and because it's hot. And last week we had a hot show for you, but there's no telling what's in store for you.
No telling what we'll see tonight. And we are seeing one of the better wrestlers
Best,
in the
yeah,
NWF,
best,
Mr. Paul Orndorff,
you know,
the Nature Boy who has
elbow,
been, I
hey.
guess you could say, known for using tactics that might not be in the rule book, termed as legal.
Well,
Yes,
we've got
Paul
one
Orndorff,
of the
please
better wrestlers
put
and one
thoughts
of the
ahead.
most devious wrestlers
Or
in
just
all
get some
professional
stuff
wrestling.
somewhere.
Buddy, Nature Boy Landau.
But it's
You're right.
time. It's
You know, I
time.
tell you, Buddy does, all jokes aside, Buddy does have a lot of ability. As you can see right here, he's working on one of the better wrestlers in all of professional wrestling. Now you see that little takedown? I think he kind of grabbed him, got a handful of hair as he took him down.
Lollipop, questioning that maneuver and asking if it was a hair.
And can you believe that Nature Boy's going to look to the fans?
Look
I think
out,
the
look out,
referee
there
there
was
is
a hair again. Can I believe
probably
what?
the
Can I
long
believe what?
distance
I can't
cousin
believe you
of
rocking, Rick.
Well, I tell you, I think I'm more honest
Kurt
than Nature
Hennig,
Boy,
Mr.
Buddy
Perfect.
Landel. I can tell you that much.
Kurt
Honesty
Hennig,
certainly isn't one of his
referee in
policies.
there.
I'll tell you what, there's
You
some
know,
heavy
he
rights right there, though.
likes
The man
to-
can throw a good right.
Yes, he can. And he's working
He likes
on
that same
Mr. Wonderful
hairdo
Paul
as
Orndorff
Kurt Hennig
right
did.
now. Lolly Dude is trying to get him to keep it a little bit clean.
Driving that foot right into
Right into the
Orndorff's
head.
head.
He's using a rope to his advantage right now.
You know, Buddy Landel is in the best shape that I've seen him in a long time. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, whenever he prepared to come down to the National Wrestling Federation, he got ready for it. That was a bit of a dainty eye poke,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I'd say that was a bit dainty.
You know, I think he really had no choice but to come down here fit and ready to wrestle. Because if he would
That's
have
how you do
come
it.
here to wrestle,
That's
honestly,
how you do it.
it's not going to last. These guys
Cheap.
are really looking good.
Honestly,
Paul Orndorff, Chris
call that.
Adams, just to name a few.
Right on top of him. And I'll tell you what, he's getting a look from Paul Orndorff right now that I wouldn't want to get. I'll tell you, I'm glad that I'm not in that ring anymore. I don't think I could take that kind of punishment. Whoa, look out. Shut him off into the ropes and a high drop
Can't
kick.
put down
drop
Paul
kick, a good
Orndorff
maneuver
that easily, but
From Paul
since I didn't
Orndorff.
see
He
it,
is in
can't
control
call it.
now. And this is where Mr. Orndorff really gets a little nasty.
There goes that famous knee lift. Orndorff's going up to the hot top rope. for one of those risky business maneuvers. Oh, high elbow.
Right to the head of Buddy Landau.
He's asking for it. What's he asking for?
I think he's asking
You
him
know
for
what?
a
I
big one,
mean,
a power
okay.
driver.
Here's
And I
another
think
thing,
one's coming up.
folks.
There
If
it is. I think this
Paul
one might be
Orndorff
over.
is able
I think this
to
one's
stand
over.
upright,
I'm gonna get a
you can
word with
tell
Mr.
that
Orndorff.
one
Carry
arm
him
is
through.
slightly
Well,
bigger
I'll go
than
ahead
the
and show
other
you
one.
why Buddy Landau
He
is
had
pretty
the
close
same
to being
amount of
about
bad
2 to 3
damage
inches
as
shorter than he was
Kyle
before.
O'Reilly,
Let's take
but
a look at Paul Orndorff.
despite
Picking him up
that,
with a
look
pile
how
driver.
in
You see
great
Orndorff come
shape
up all the way
freaking
off the
Paul
mat.
Orndorff is.
Here he goes into the air in just a second, and kabango. He knows he has it right here. He's going to step right over on top of him, and it's a
And he's not as jacked as he was in his WWF days, but still incredible freaking shape.
Okay, I'm ringside with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff right now. Paul, you look fit, you're in great shape, and it's great to see you wrestle with such determination.
Blue Joe done fucked up.
You know, I've been wrestling now for 16 years, and I feel like now that I'm in probably the best physical condition that I've ever been in. And you know that old saying, you can't beat knowledge. You know, I've learned from the best, the Funks, these people, the Briscoes, and like I said before, I'm excited about being in the GWF. And look at it, if you're looking at wrestling, this is where it's at. This is a hotbed of wrestling now.
Pretty
You know,
good.
it's obvious you're a big
like I
fan
said,
with
I mean,
the
look how
fans here
good
in the
the shape
NWF, and it's great to
Orndorff
see
is.
you've teamed up with Chris Adams for tag team action. You two are great together.
Well, you know, Chris, he's made a name for himself, and he's right up there with some of the best in the world. And some of the best in the world are here today. And, you know, like Valentine, Brian Blair, Bob Orton, the power, you know, the power, that big guy, the power guy. You know, and Eli.
This is
you know, we
a
got a lot of really good wrestlers here. And
picture
we're here for a
perfect
reason, and
power
we're
drive.
here to try to just do the best we can do.
Okay, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. We'll be back with more NWF
Damn.
wrestling action right after this. Wrestling returns to the New
Yes,
Orleans
that's what's
area on
supposed to
Monday,
happen when
June
you
the 8th.
hit
The
the
National
power
Wrestling
drive.
Federation presents the
Current
Cajun
All
Slammin'
Carriers.
Jammin' Special. At the Punch Drink Center,
WWE,
Belltime 7:30. Tickets available at
that's
all
what's supposed to
Ticketmaster outlets
You
or
hit
by
a
calling
power driver,
468-6671. An all-star
over
card
with.
on Monday, June the
Dump
8th
a
at the
fucker
Punch
on
Drink
his
Center.
head,
The
and
Cajun
that's
Slammin'
end of the
Jammin'
match.
Special. Belltime 7:30. Tickets available at Ticketmaster by calling 468-6671.
Yeah, you can kind of tell right there.
Ray Brand Dodge, Louisiana's #1 Dodge dealer, is celebrating its 3rd anniversary by
Somewhat
giving you
normal.
the lowest prices of the year.
Normal size
Celebrate
anyway.
with America's #1 selling minivan, the Dodge Caravan, and pay only $11,995 at Ray Brand Dodge. Travel in style in a fully loaded Dodge conversion van for only $14,995, or choose a luxurious and roomy Dodge Dynasty for only $11,995 from Ray Brand Dodge. Come out and make your best deal of the year this week during Ray Brand Dodge's 3rd anniversary sale. Don't
Like I
miss
say,
it.
he's not as jacked as he was.
With all the problems in the insurance industry these days, it's hard to know who to trust.
Don't see,
Fayard
yeah, you don't
Insurance has
see
been
many
serving the
wrestle
New Orleans area
ponytails,
with
but you
affordable,
know,
dependable automobile
when you're
insurance for over
the
10 years.
long distance
And now with the new
cousin
Fayard
of,
Insurance location on Clearview,
Mr.
it's easier than ever
Perfect
before to
Enemy,
get the protection you need
guess
at a
you can
price
get
you can
away with
afford. Call Fayard Insurance for a free
And
quote.
of course, this
The
is
East
not
Bank, call
1993.
456-6055. On the West
Everybody
Bank, call
had
366-1474. Let Fayard Insurance tailor an insurance policy for you. Fayard Insurance.
The National Wrestling Federation brings you the very best each week in hard-hitting, body-slamming professional wrestling. The NWF is growing fast, and here's your chance to be a part of our winning team. The NWF is looking for corporate sponsors. Find out how the NWF can give you more impact in your marketing and promotional dollars with TV commercials, discount tickets, even live appearances. We've got the tools and talent to breathe new life and excitement into your business. Don't wait because space is limited. Call the NWF at 348-2059.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the blue corner, weighing 275 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, Scott
It don't even
Cage.
look like he broke a sweat.
His opponent now on his way to the ring and managed by Mr. Jim Cornette from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in tonight at 260 pounds. Please welcome.
All right,
Cajun
stand on
slamming
your feet.
jamming
Pay your
special.
respect to the object
Monday.
of every female's desire. I am talking about none
Where is
other
the
than the
fucker
man from St. Louis, 265 pounds, prime time, Ron
It's Louisiana.
Powers.
Somewhere in Louisiana.
Well, we've got prime time Ron Powers with late night Jim Cornette. Whoa, going up against Snotty Scotty.
You know, I noticed, Tuxedo Terry, Jim Cornette is never at a loss for words.
There we
Never,
go.
never.
There's one of these
You know what he said earlier?
good old,
Well, that's a nice maneuver by Caravan, wasn't it? He's proud
early
of me,
90s.
I don't know. You know, we've
Look
got
how much a damn minivan, caravan. or van cost in
Lifetime made a miss.
1993.
Let me tell you something. Cornette just came over to me and says, hey, he said, I got big
A
news
bigger
for you.
van
So I want
was
to talk to you after this match. And
$3,000
I don't know
more.
who he's talking about. Michael Allsure?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I never heard of Michael Allsure.
Never heard of it.
But I know one thing I'm sure of. Prime time Ron Powers is delivering some punishment to snotty Scotty Cave right now. There was a 2 count. Old Rockhead Johnson.
Here we go.
Counted 2. Didn't quite get in the 3. Watch this maneuver right here. What is he going to do with
This
this man right
insurance
now?
commercial or okay, it's insurance.
A reverse atomic drop.
Auto life fire. Man, did you hear about those people in California? A lot of their fire insurance got canceled in California.
You know what Prime Time is missing right now? He's missing his
Let's
partner.
go up
Bob
those
Orton,
people in
tag team
California.
partner. They're a tough combination.
It doesn't look like he needs a partner in there right now.
But, I mean,
It looks
especially the
it looks
ones that
it looks like Cave
are
might need
just
about 2 or 3
common
partners to go ahead and
folk,
pull this one off. I don't
everyday,
think he stands a
middle-class
chance right now. Although he said down on
workers,
him, he
stuff
said,
like that.
hey,
I'm
Cave
not
reversed
slogan.
it. Oh,
Body slam by
he's proud of himself again. He
Whatever
just
he
doesn't
does,
have, he just
I
doesn't have a
think
great
it's,
chance to be happy for too long.
It is what it
misses a
is,
lot
but
more than he connects.
He's missing in more ways than
Most-
one. Oh, my gosh. Right across the
most
bridge
of
of the
those
nose.
regular
Right
people,
down
they
the
don't,
down.
you know,
Like
have
it's over.
millions of dollars. You know, they're not going
Yes,
to
it's
take
over.
another job and
It's
get
over.
millions of dollars.
It's
And,
over.
Ron Powers.
you know,
You know,
build
maybe
about
I
it.
can
You know,
find out
unless
who
they
Michael
want to
Allsure
get
is,
a
and I'm
paycheck
supposed to
like
be some big
being
news
here.
from Jim Cornette, so I'm going to try to get over there that interview.
I'll take the replay. I'll take us to the replay. And Prime Time
So,
flying.
Scott
What do you call
Cave
him? Flying
versus
Prime
Prime
He
Time
signals
Ron
it is
Powers.
over. And as we go back to the ring action, Prime Time Ron Powers with the cover and the pin of Scott Cave. And there is Rocky Johnson with the count 1, 2, 3. And it is all over. Let's go ringside to Tuxedo Terry Funk, where he'll talk with Jim Cornette and find out what's going on with a guy named Michael Allsure.
Oh, Jim Cornette managing somebody not coming to Nash West or having any bodies in 92. That looks like a big dude.
Well, here we
Don't
are.
understand why a guy would,
Here we
you know,
are.
also
Now,
prime time
you
wearing
said that we
cowboy
had
boots is coming
that
out to
you
Led
had
Zeppelin.
some very important announcement to make, something to say with, hey, Michael Allsure. Is that Prime Time's real name, Michael Allsure?
No, let me tell you something, Tuxedo Terry. You know, I said when I first came here, I was buying talent, I was selling talent, I was wheeling and dealing, making some money, some green stuff. I've got more than I'll ever use, but I always like to have some left over just so I can throw it at these welfare cases around here and make their day.
Seeing a
So
dude's
I've had this guy coming to ringside, trying to talk to me, trying to bug me. I thought he was a goof. As a matter of fact, I still think he's a goof, but I found out he's a goof with money, which makes you a nice guy. And I talked to him, and his name is Michael Allsure. And Michael Allsure come up to me. He said, I got some money to spend. And I said, brother, have I got a commodity for you, Michael Allsure? So where, I know he's somewhere around here. Where is Michael Allsure? I know he's somewhere. I want to get him. There he is, right over there.
That's Michael Allsure.
Oh,
Michael
big boy
Allsure.
trying to drop
He doesn't
kick
have a
there.
brain
Did
in his
not
head.
succeed.
No, but he's got
Did
some
not
money in his
do
wallet,
that.
and that's the only thing I care about. Come in here, my man.
I've been ranting and raving for the last 2 weeks here, and it seems like he doesn't understand but one language. I have your language right here. Money. Do you have my papers?
Yeah, I tell you what, you see, I talked to Michael, and Michael still don't think I trust him, and I trust you, Michael. I really do. Is that the cash? I said, no checks, cash. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Michael Allsure's career. I'm going to transform him overnight from a nobody into a success story. Because, brother, I am selling you the contract of the greatest athlete ever to appear here in the NWF. I'm talking about primetime Ron Powers. I have the contract in my
When
pocket,
did Smoky
and the only
Mountain
thing I
start?
need
With
to
this
see
start?
is the money.
At this,
Wait a minute.
at this,
Hey, let me see the money.
Hey, I wouldn't let you get my money.
Let me look at the money, please.
I wouldn't let you get my money. Hey, this is a 20. They're supposed to be all 100. Okay, it looks all right, Here's the contract. All you got to do is put your initials right there, and you are the owner. Ron, I tell you what, it's been real, it's been fun, it's even been real fun, but you are going to make a fortune under this man's guidance, just like I did. You guys have fun now. I'm out of here.
Hey, are
oh
you
yeah,
going
that's
to let this moron
he was still
manage
Smoky
you?
Mountain at the same time.
You know,
here.
Terry, everybody's got
Smoky
their
Mountain
price,
started
and he
in
just
91.
met mine.
Oh, big boy going for a big elbow.
Oh,
Bam,
you
missed
New
it.
Orleans nobodies. I have one thing and one thing to say only. I want the National
There we
Wrestling
go, big old,
Federation
like,
Heavyweight
that
Championship.
forearm or
And
five
this is
arm
the
or-
gentleman that's going to give it to me.
Hey, give me that microphone. Give me the microphone back. Leave it go. Hey, we're going to the break.
That's
we're taking a
that's
break
not
right now. We'll be
again.
back in a
All
minute.
second generation or not second generation. Relatives to other wrestlers here. I believe that's Willie Alfonso, the brother or the cousin of
Wrestling
Bill
returns to the New
Alfonso.
Orleans area at the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner on Monday night, July 8th, bell time. It's at 7:30. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster locations. The phone number to call for information, 468-6671. The NWF, an all-star card. So join us, bell time 7:30 at the Pontchartrain Center. One of the big stars of the National Wrestling Federation, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, will be on the card.
You know, it's been told, and the
I think
word
he
is
did
out now
some,
about the NWF, because everybody is a hot
did he do some,
professional wrestling.
like,
You got
enhancement
stars like
work in
Valentine. You got Steve
WCW?
Ray. You got the Powers, whoever this guy is. Bob Orton Jr. You've got them all, and they're all coming here now for one reason. And that is because it's the best competition that there is. You know, on the marquee out there in front of the building, that new Lake Pontchartrain Center, it says wrestling. And that's exactly what we do. We wrestle. We don't bring a bunch of dog cats and steaks out here, man. We wrestle. That's what it's all about.
Oh,
and the
of course
people out
it
there
is.
know Mr.
I mean,
Wonderful.
it's Jim
Been around
Cornette,
here for the last 10 or 12
Jim
years.
Cornette,
And they know exactly what I've done and what I haven't done. But what I have done is beat people. And if I have to come out here and beat somebody, if I have to come out here and carry somebody out of stretcher, if I have to grab a cane from a little old lady in the front row, I'll do just that. Because it really doesn't matter to me. I've been on both sides of that bridge, brother, and I can tell you this. All I care about is this right here, winning matches and winning belts. So on June 8th, the new Lake Pontchartrain Center, you're going to see the NWF, all the wrestling stars in the world are going to be right here. So get your calendar, mark it. Stop everything you're doing right now and mark June 8th, 7:30, NWF, professional wrestling. The best that there is, my friend. So be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match sanctioned by the National Wrestling Federation, your referee, Lolly Dude. This match is for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the red corner, from Berlin, weighing in at 254 pounds, Chris Germany. His partner from Vicksburg, Mississippi, weighing 245 pounds, Mr. Nasty. Here they come from Pensacola, Florida, with a combined weight of 444 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Buddy Holly and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express.
What the hell is that?
Rockin' Rick Mocklin. I'll tell you something. They should throw these two men a Rock and Roll Express in jail. Why is that? For resisting an arrest. For resisting arrest, excuse me. Because these boys never slow down. Did you get that? Resisting arrest?
Yes,
oh, I am so funny.
You are funny.
Ooh.
You are funny.
It
You know,
kind of
this
seems
is
to
the
me
case
that
I've seen where
he
we've
was
got two good-looking
probably
wrestlers
throwing it
against
from one
two
shot.
nasty-looking wrestlers. One of them
They
even named
kind of,
Mr. Nasty Ken Massey
basically
right now in
put
the ring
his name on the
with
card,
Robert
get
Gibson
people,
of the Rock and
especially in
Roll.
Louisiana,
Nasty,
who
Ken
remember
Massey,
Jim Cornette from the Mid-South days.
Chris, the Germany, sounds like some kind of a tooth commercial.
Well, I tell you, we've seen both of these guys wrestle on
So they
previous
kind of made a
programs,
thing
and
out of this.
the Rock and
Okay,
Roll
you
Express, I don't know. They know what it's all
I'm going
about.
back to Kentucky.
A
I'm going
very
back to
high
Knoxville.
backdrop. This has been constant action.
And,
Did you see how fast Robert got out of that corner?
Yeah, you're
He
right.
just kind of zipped in here and zipped right back out. Said, whoa, not tonight.
I think Nasty Ken Massey's kind of glad to get a little break, and then Chris Germany in the ring. Headlock now on one of the Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson.
Nasty Ken Massey.
So they kind of say,
Here
okay,
comes
I'll
that quick
say
tag right there.
contact
Look
this
at
guy.
these. Uh-oh, watch this. Right up on the top
I'm
rope.
going
Beautiful
back.
drop toe comes off on the back of that neck. This might be it for Chris Germany. No, he's going to shoot him off into the ropes again with another high-risk maneuver. Beautiful drop kick.
It's
So,
quick. They're quick. He's going to take him to the corner, makes the tag. His partner, Robert Gibson, back into the ring. And again, I keep on stressing, Tuxedo, teamwork. Just how important
That guy
it is in
looks
tag
like
team matches.
Percy
Gibson with a
Pringle
shot
and
to the midsection
Ellis
of
Presley.
Germany.
You know, whenever you do those quick tags like that,
Yeah, there's
it's
some other
actually,
backstage at a
one
show
guy
one time, and
can
that's
go
what
in and out of the ring, and
happened.
you don't get as tired as you normally would because you do such quick tags. They're really sharp at it.
They are sharp. They know exactly what
Looks
they're
like
doing.
there was a three-way dance between that dude's mother,
More favorite tags, the NWF.
Percy
Aside from
Pringle,
Paul Orndorff and
and
Chris
Elvis
Adams, when they
Presley.
team up, I would have to think the
They
Rock and
both
Roll
dumped
Express
their
is right there
finger
in
sauce
popularity
glory
with
hole
the fans of the NWF.
and a hoo-ha hole,
Well, I
and
kind of like Nasty Ken Massey and Mr. Germany here.
That's what came
Beautiful
out.
arm drag. Beautiful arm drag.
You know, one of the things that I've noticed in watching the Rock and Roll Express, most of the action takes place in the middle of the ring.
Got old Massey by
Yes, he
surprise.
has.
Yes. Oh, another high backdrop, and that's about 260 pounds flying through the air.
Kick out by Chris Germany.
But
You
that's
notice
an
how fast
interesting
Molly
thing
popped
there,
down
ain't
on the mat that time. What did that boy do this week?
I don't know. Last time
Did
we
not
said
know-
when we
did not know that
complimented him about being
until
exposed, he kind of lost
I watched
control
another
of the tag team
episode of
member.
this,
Right to the face that
and
time.
I was like,
Bobby Holly goes to the corner. Robert Gibson comes in with the tag. They're working on Chris Germany right now. They're working on that arm right now.
you know, two of the best tag teams ever. You know, of course,
Maybe
these
Mr.
Bob
Germany
Holly's
wants to
team
get
up
to
Robert
get
Gibson.
Ken Massey in here a little bit so he can take a little
Of
bit of
course,
punishment.
they actually
Nasty's
see it
wanting him.
right down.
Nasty's wanting him. That's how crazy Nasty is. You know, Nasty doesn't have too much sense.
He kind of likes a little pain. I think he might enjoy the pain part of this sport of professional wrestling.
Picks him up for a slam. Bobby Holly hangs on to it, though. Bobby Holly. Bobby Holly, Buddy Holly. Wonder if there's any relation.
I don't know. He might be related to Christmas Holly.
Oh, you're getting pretty good on your words now, aren't you? Making up them names.
Well, I'm
right
learning
there.
from a good teacher, the tuxedo.
Oh.
I think we're going to have... This is it? This could be.
There's a 3 count right there. That's it.
The Rock and Roll Express. They do what they do best. Tag team action. And I think we're going to take a look at this right now.
See a leapfrog right there? Here they come back with that. The double.
Lion drop kick. Chris Germany goes down. Who's going to make the pin right now? Bobby Holly goes in. And the referee, Lolly Doos, is going to count him out. 1. You see his hand in the corner. 2 and 3. That's it. We'll be back with more NWF Wrestling right after this. Yo!
With all the problems in the insurance industry these days, it's hard to know who to trust.
Yes,
Fayard
of
Insurance
course.
has been serving the
They're
New Orleans
nothing
area
but
with affordable, dependable
great
automobile insurance for over
mix.
10 years. And now with the new Fayard Insurance location on Clearview, it's easier than ever before to get the protection you need at a price you can afford. Call Fayard Insurance for a free quote. On the East Bank, call 456-6055. On the West Bank, call 366-1474. Let Fayard Insurance tailor an insurance policy for you. Fayard Insurance.
Wrestling returns to the New Orleans area on Monday, June the 8th. The National Wrestling Federation presents the Cajun Slammin' Jammin' Special at the Pontchartrain Center, bell time 7:30. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster outlets or by calling 468-6671. An all-star card on Monday, June the 8th at the Pontchartrain Center, the Cajun Slammin' Jammin' Special. Bell time 7:30. Tickets available at Ticketmaster by calling 468-6671.
Ray Brandt Dodge, Louisiana's #1 Dodge dealer, is celebrating its 3rd anniversary by giving you the lowest prices of the year. Celebrate with America's #1 selling minivan, the Dodge Caravan, and pay only $11,995 at Ray Brandt Dodge. Travel in style in a fully loaded Dodge conversion van for only $14,995, or choose a luxurious and roomy Dodge Dynasty for only $11,995 from Ray Brandt Dodge. Come out and make your best deal of the year this week during Ray Brandt Dodge's 3rd anniversary sale. Don't miss it.
The National Wrestling Federation brings you the very best each week in hard-hitting, body-slamming professional wrestling. The NWF is growing fast, and here's your chance to be a part of our winning team. The NWF is looking for corporate sponsors. Find out how the NWF can give you more impact with your marketing and promotional dollars with TV commercials, discount tickets, even live appearances. We've got the tools and talent to breathe new life and excitement into your business. Don't wait because space is limited. Call the NWF at 348-2059.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event is a tag team match. Your referee,
This is
Rocky Johnson. This match is for one
say
fall
rookie,
with a
but,
30-minute
rookie
time limit.
years. One of those rookie years of Bob Sparky Plug, Hardcore Holly. Well, at least right here he's teaming with Robert Gibson. It wasn't like the revamped Midnight Express where he was teamed up with Bart Gunn, which they were okay team, but
Weighing in tonight at 250
didn't have a lot of gym
hailing
with it. It
from
was kind
Seattle,
of
Washington.
stamped by Robert,
Ladies and gentlemen, Greg
I would have
the
been a
Hammer
lot beneficial if they
Valentine.
would with him as a time, and it wasn't the WWF.
Here comes his opponent
Christian, I actually
from Tampa,
remember
Florida,
he
weighing in at
kind of a career in
235 pounds.
WCW,
Ladies and
WWE,
gentlemen, B. Brian
that,
Blair, the Killer B.
big time as well.
One fall, 30 minutes.
This is it, the one fall 30-minute match, and it's a main event anywhere in the country. Greg the Hammer Valentine going up against us. Killer B.
Brian Blair. You know, I think this is the one that everybody's been waiting for. This is a good matchup. This is an excellent matchup. They stack up against each other. Experience, height-wise, weight-wise. I think it's the perfect match. And I think this one will be no different than any match we've seen so far in the last couple of weeks here with the NWF. It's going to be action-packed, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
You know, I want to say one thing about Brian Blair. There's a lot of different types of wrestlers, and Paul Orndorff is the same way. They're what you call a bell-to-bell wrestler. They come into the ring, they forget about the music, they forget about everything else. Once you get in the ring, it's wrestling. It's which is the better man, and that's what these two guys are concerned with.
Sure
and I'll tell you what, Brian Blair has a lot of pride, and that's the one thing that goes for him. It's an advantage to him to have the kind of pride he does, because I've never seen anybody in my life that hates to lose any more than Brian Blair.
You know, let me ask you a question, Tuxedo Terry Funk. When you watch boxing, sometimes they'll tell you what the keys to victory are for each fighter to win. What about in wrestling? Two guys that are evenly matched up like these two. Is there such a thing as a key to victory?
There certainly is for Greg the Hammer Valentine in this particular match, and what he will be doing, he'll be trying to go for that figure four leg lock. He'll be trying to put him into that submission, and that's what he really wants to do. I think Brian has got a little bit of a weight disadvantage and possibly a size disadvantage against Valentine, but I think that you'll see Brian go for a more spectacular maneuver, try to get him in a pinning position, try to get that free count. I think that'll be his strategy in the ring. It's also that, hey, both men are trying each other out right now. They come into a referee's position. They're kind of checking each other out. Nice sit out by Greg Valentine. Comes in underneath of him, finally hooks a leg, trying to make a reversal. Brian's right in there behind him. They can't quite get that advantage. But you see, that's where that power comes in Greg the Hammer's favor, because he was able to push him into those ropes before Brian could get in behind him into the
you know, I get the impression, looking at the Hammer, he kind of gives you that bullish impression, like he'll use his strength to manipulate his opponent into a position. As you mentioned, the figure four leg lock, I would have to think that coming into the match, Brian Blair knows that that's what the Hammer is going to be going for, so he'll probably do whatever it takes in his power to avoid being in the position where the figure four leg lock could come into play.
Now, this is going to sound silly, but you see that right there? People say Greg Valentine is a methodic wrestler. Methodic is what they say. In other words, that he just moves, very deliberate moves. But did you see the quickness that he went for that drop toe hold on Brian Blair right there? Both of them, Brian Blair trying to pull that leg in, trying to get into a riding position again.
Now he's going to have to break
Let's
the
see if we
hold
get a clean break right here.
I say we don't.
I'll bet we do. We'll get a clean
You've won every other bet so far.
We're going to get a clean one here, because I'll tell you what,
I guess
Brian's trying to push away from him. No.
And I remember how Robert Gibson was in Smoky Mountain
This might be a bad move
when it first started.
No clean break.
And actually, Bob Holly was also in Smoky Mountain when it first started.
Chops are legal, ladies and gentlemen, and that one was pretty darn near right across.
There's that double drop kick.
Flying elbow, which is legal. Side kick, which is legal. Now there you go, sir. You see it.
So yeah, when Smoky Mountain first started, Bob Holly was there too, as Hollywood Bob Holly.
That's kind of unusual. They were made by Brian Blair. I know that
now it's coming
his
back
temper kind of got away from him there for just a second.
Well, I think he might have put the switch of intensity just a little bit higher, taking it to one more level. He sees what the Hammer is doing to him, and I guess he wants to get kind of an even keel with him.
You know, pull off Bob Holly being from Hollywood, California. He's got an accent.
Right to the back of the neck, another one to the blow to the back of the neck. Let me tell you something, that charge, I know they get hit in the front of the head any day of the week than the back of the neck. A reverse backbreaker to the abdomen. 2 count, almost a 3 count.
Almost a 3 count, but Brian Blair gets out of that one. That was going to try it again. 1, 2. No, he's got his shoulder up. He's got his right shoulder up.
Trying to force both shoulders to the mat. Drives the knee into Blair's stomach. Pulls him back over, goes in for the cover again, trying to force him down again. Blair's able to manage to get one of those shoulders up. Blair's a very
I imagine,
wrestler. If you're watching, look at his,
I mean, I don't know much about this part of NWF, but
you know what's good? Watching Brian
I can imagine this is
a
one-shot deal.
Even though it appears the Hammer is in control right now, Brian Blair, he knows where he's at right now. He's in no trouble, but he's still got it all together upstairs, and that's where it counts.
If you take a good look at Greg Valentine right now, you see where he scissored Blair's leg. It just makes him a little bit more immobile than what he would be otherwise.
He's using leverage. Oh! That was a good move by Brian Blair. That's gonna, I think the word is incapacitate.
Maybe more than one shot.
There came a clothesline by Brian Blair. Brian Blair's got the advantage right now, and Valentine smartly is begging off at this particular time, but he's not going to have any of it. We're having an exchange right now. Small package by Blair. This might be a 2. Valentine reversed it.
Did live in
hanging on to it. Another 2 count the other way. Both of them. Oh, did you see how fast Blair got up in?
Drove to Tennessee to Louisiana.
Really getting after it right now.
Leg trip into a Japanese arm bar. Believe me, that puts a pressure on your arm right there on the back of the elbow. If you look how that joint is turned around, reverses it into a hammer lock. Nice maneuver by Brian Blair here. Into a knee drop.
Bigger man for
that elbow.
Now he's giving the Hammer back some of what the Hammer gave to Brian Blair just a little while ago.
You know, I mentioned earlier while Paul Orndorff was in there wrestling, you know, I'm just getting a little old for this stuff, because believe me, it takes its toll after the years. I know for a fact.
Now, you know,
It's hard for me to get up in the morning.
You talked about getting home, but I tell you what now, when Buddy Landell came over and talked to you a while back, I kind of thought you were thinking about getting up there and maybe showing him a thing or two. And
No. I was getting ready to get up and run out the front door.
Now, you will never make me believe that. Never, ever, ever make me believe that. I bet you could show him a thing or two.
We've got a great match going here. Valentine dropping that knee in the small of the back. Here goes a version of the Indian Deathlock right here. Let's see if he drops back on it. Now, you talk about severe pressure to your knee and ankle area. I don't believe that if he falls back, that's going to come close to breaking that ankle. That's a lot of pain and a lot of pressure being put on those legs of Brian Blair right now.
Now, do you think
Blair.
Now, will he give in submission with this, or do you think he'll just take whatever pain it is and try to get out of it?
Well, I'd be headed for the ropes right now.
Yeah, I think that's what he's got in mind.
Again, trying to get out of it is about all you can do, unless you can reach back around and try to face cross Valentine, because you really can't do anything. All you can reach back is so far with your arms. If Valentine makes a mistake of easing back there a little bit further, Blair can go ahead and possibly get a hold of him. Valentine's using the ropes to his advantage. That wasn't very smart, because right now he has to let Blair back up, and Blair's in a lot of pain.
Yes, he is. He is
a lot of pressure.
Physically in pain.
Right, and let me tell you, that'll take a knee out right away with that. Right to the back of the leg. He knows exactly what to go for. I don't think that this match is going to be going much longer.
Yes, he does.
Although I'll tell you, Brian Blair is a surprising individual.
Sharing interview with Honky Tonk Man. Let's just say if you see Greg Valentine in your hotel room, don't be any answer thought.
Trying to break it. Let's see if he goes for a count here. Blair forcing him back, catches him with the right, catches him with another right, and another right. Let's see if he can drive him away, and a third right.
They're trading rocks right now, back and forth, between two big, powerful guys. Valentine with a rake to the eyes of Brian Blair.
Whip into the turnbuckle.
Blair was lucky to get out of that one, because the hammer was coming in with all his weight behind him.
Brian Blair pulling him across the top rope. Let's see if he whip snaps that off that top rope. He did. Valentine's down. Blair's back in the ring.
There we go, Terry Funk. Say it. Main event anywhere in the country, but you got it right here on television.
Punishment that he's taken in the past, and I'll tell you what, he doesn't quite have the strength left in that left knee that he had before.
You know, watching the hammer, he's still focused. Now,
I feel like he's Sheiky Baby's favorite wrestlers.
The hammer.
Honestly, he didn't like Brian Blair either.
With that knee, he's still going to work on it.
Looks like a vertical suplex. Let's see what happens here. He's going for it right now. Blair blocks it with that outside leg. Let's see if he can reverse it. That's a lot of weight to be picking up on that knee, but he did it.
He did it. You're right, he did it. Now Brian Blair, spin, 1-2. The hammer gets out of it with a 2 count.
Both these men have been going for a long time at a hot and heavy pace. Valentine brings his knees up. Blair's in pain again.
Both of these guys down to the mat right now, and both in some pain. Ooh. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Look how he got that name, the Hammer.
I think I know by just hammering on people and just keeping on coming forward. He doesn't take no for an answer. He doesn't. Oh, there it is. There's that figure four. He's going to get it on him. If he
Jim
gets this
was
on
telling
Blair,
me
the condition of his knee is already bad. This is going to be it. This is it. This is the match.
Hammer knows that he's going in.
I think they reformed in
That's just an indication of how tough Brian Blair is. He doesn't want to give up.
Turn out the lights. The party's over.
You know you're telling my friend Dandy Don Meredith. Turn out the lights. The party's over. That's another section, huh?
Yeah, I'm not quite as dandy as Don, but this is going to be the end of it. This is it right here. I can't believe it. Blair's still in that thing. He's still in that figure 4 leg lock. I don't know how he's standing the pain. I don't know how he's standing the pressure right now. He's just not going to give up.
One tough customer right here, Brian Blair.
US champion. Had a hell of a dog collar match
trying to
with
reverse it. If he can turn over on Greg Valentine, it'll reverse that pressure and put it on Valentine's knee joint itself. And it looks like he's got it. He's got it on Valentine now. He reversed it. Valentine's feeling the pain. Both men are rolling for the rope. Valentine's is using the rope to his advantage.
He's got to break the hole right now. Rocky Johnson's going for a break, but I tell you, it will really amaze me if Brian Blair can come back and turn this one around. Hammer's done a great job on it.
I don't believe that he can take any more punishment. Valentine's going right in and forget his small package. Let's stop at 1, 2, 2 count. Oh, 2.5. He almost had it.
Honky Tonk Man, where he had a guy's hair,
Brian Blair almost upset him.
pitch black.
Vicious chop. He's going to go for it again. He keeps on continuing to go for it. No, he's draping that leg over the top rope. I don't know how much more Brian can take. Nice maneuver.
Nice maneuver. Blair was lucky to be able to get out of that. But they're both. These guys have been at a torrid pace. I don't know how much longer they can keep it up. But Brian Blair digging down, coming up with a little extra, and he is taking it to the hammer. That was 3 shots.
Oh.
Brian Blair out of the ring. The hammer managed to get him out of the ring.
Whipped him him out of the ring and onto the floor. Brian's down on the floor. Hammer's in the ring. Brian's pulling himself back up. Can Brian even get back up on that leg?
I don't know, Tuxedo.
I'll tell you what, this has been going on for a good 20 minutes.
Yes, it has.
Here he comes right by us. I don't want him by me. Hey, he's got a chair. What's he going to do with that chair? What's he going to do with that? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Right into the back of the knee. I'm telling you, his knee's out of it. He did that on purpose. He's just trying to take him out of wrestling right now.
You're right.
The referee called for a disqualification. Somebody ring the bell. Ring the bell. Referee called for a disqualification. Valentine goes at him with the chair. He's going back to Brian Blair right now. Drives it into his hip this time. Somebody get him out of there. He rang the bell. He's been disqualified. Somebody get him out of there. Referee, get him out of there. Somebody come out. I'm going to take off my coat.
Go ahead, go ahead. I want to see you in action.
Somebody needs to do something. Get somebody out here. Come on, Valentine. That's enough. That's enough, Valentine. That's enough. That's enough, Valentine. Keep him out of there.
Stay as well.
He just stays on top of the man.
And of course, you know, Valentine is a secretary of the of the son of John.
They're towing it. Right. Valentine's taking the worst end of this. Chris Adams hitting him again and again. Brian Blair's in the ring. He's gone. Here comes the Eliminator in from behind. He's on top of it. We've got a Donnybrook here. We've got a 2-on-1. Whoa! Down went the referee. Eli's back on top of it. They're enjoying punching him down.
Eli the Eliminator and Greg the Hammer Valentine both on Chris Adams. Brian Blair is almost helpless right now. He is in definite pain right now. And here comes Mr. Wonderful.
Hey, there he is. Mr. Wonderful's in the ring right now. A rapid series of right. Another right to Eli. Brian can't get up off his feet, but he's got a fighting heart. He's trying. He's going to crawl like a snake. Eli's back in there. They're on top of Orndorff now. They're doubling up on Orndorff. They're wiping everybody out. These two wrestlers are. Heavy chop. Heavy chop. Brian Blair's in pain. The referee's trying to help him. Out goes Paul Orndorff. Orndorff is on the floor. Eli's in the ring. Both men are on top of him. They're back on his legs. Somebody get him out of there. Get him out.
Out of the ring.
Get him out. Oh, here they come in with the chairs. Here they come in with the chairs. There they go out of the ring. You rut. They deserve it. Get them out of here. Oh, man, you talk about action, and you talk about somebody that's hurt. Yes, sir, we understand it was a disqualification on that part. Let's see how Brian Blair is now. Let's see how Blair is. Oh, man.
He's going to need some help to get out of the ring.
He's going to need some help. Brian, I know it is. I know it. We're going to need a doctor out here. We're going to need a doctor.
Terry, folks,
is there a doctor in the house? We're going to a break. We're going to a break. Brian, you're going to be okay.
We'll be back.
You're going to be all right, Brian?
Action right after
Oh, man.
Wrestling returns to the New Orleans area on Monday, July 8th at the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner on the shores of Lake Pontchartrain. Bell time is at 7:30. Tickets available through Ticketmaster locations or by calling 468-6671.
And
an all-star card on Monday, July 8th at the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner. Joining me right now on stage is Greg the Hammer Valentine, who I believe is recently signed to be with the NWF at the Pontchartrain Center.
You know something, I'm really excited about this card coming up at the Pontchartrain Center on the shores of beautiful Lake Pontchartrain. And you know something, I think before I go and wrestle, I'm going to try some of those crawfish. Understand they are great.
Yeah, they are.
And you know the NWF is one of the newest federations in the world. I mean, you've got other big federations, but the NWF is just coming on real strong, and you've got a lot of big stars coming in. Bob Orton Jr., Hacksaw Butch Reed, myself, Greg the Hammer Valentine. Did I already mention Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful? You've also got, who are some of the other big names we've got?
Hacksaw Butch Reed is also here, Primetime Ron Powell.
That's right. And you know something, what they're going to see is real good, hard-nosed, tough, professional wrestling at its best. You know, no gimmicks, just real professional wrestling. Get down, grab holds. You know, one of my most famous holds and one of the most devastating holds in professional wrestling today is the figure 4 leg lock. And I'm proud to be the man that originated that.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to seeing you at the Pontchartrain Center on Monday, July 8th. Bell time 7:30. Tickets available at Ticketmaster locations. The phone number 468-6671. Be there for all the action with the NWF.
That's right, June 8th.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Your referee, Rocky Johnson. Introducing in the blue corner, weighing 228 pounds, from San Antonio, Texas, Dusty Wolf. His opponent tonight, from Morristown, Tennessee, weighing in at 222 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, White Lightning, Tim Horner.
And
Tuxedo Terry,
Just
how
said
can
that.
anything stack up to what we just saw just a couple of minutes?
Oh, man, you talk
Move
about
the-
action, but the
or
sad
that,
part about it is
hold right
Ryan
there,
Blair
that,
has a very bad
it's
knee.
famous called
I don't
Indian
know,
Deathlock,
I don't know to what extent it
version of it,
is,
but-
but obviously it's a very serious injury. I don't think he's going to be back here next week nor anytime in the near
It's like
future.
So when he was here
something
next
to
to the
be
rope, he was
too
saying, my
comfortable
leg
if
is
you're-
broken. My leg is broken. So I hope it's not.
I hope it's not too. I hope it's not too. Hey, you know, I want to say
Yeah,
one thing. Have we
they
had
said
a
the
show
wreck was
today
Rocky
or
Top,
not?
so I
Unbelievable.
thought it might have been Bill Alfonso's cousin, Willie Alfonso,
Michael
but I
Alshore,
was
you know,
really
he's the kind of guy that should, he's the kind of guy that would take a lawnmower to a luau.
You know, we got rid of one slam and we picked up another. Jim Cornette sold the contract to Michael O'Shore. So we picked
hammer.
up another one in the NWF.
This boy right here, Tim Horner's doing a great job. He's been nothing but action. What a maneuver that was. What in the world? That was one of the fanciest moves I've seen in a long time. Real class move there. Pushes him in for a roll-up. He blocks it. Pushes him back in again. Oh, reverses into a back bridge, 2 and 3. All right. A quick and snappy win for White Lightning.
Tim Horner. I think we're going to take a look at it right now. Here he comes off the rope. This is a good move. Looks like White Lightning's got this one pretty much down pat. 1, 2, 3. Rocky Johnson. We'll be back with more NWF action right after this.
Wrestling returns to the New Orleans area on Monday night, June the 8th, at the Pontchartrain Center, the Big Cajun Slammin' Jammin' Special. Bell time 7:30. Tickets available at all
in the damn
Ticketmaster locations or by calling the Pontchartrain
on,
Center.
Rocky Johnson.
And the matchmaker for the NWF, Colonel Buck Robley. A big show is planned. Nothing signed as of yet.
Nothing signed, Rick.
Big show.
Big show is lined up for Monday, June 8th, like you said there at the Pontchartrain Center. But there's a lot of
So,
things
yeah, they
happening.
call Rocky
First of all, let's
Johnson,
take
the
this
real
time.
Rocky Johnson,
I want to
Soul
welcome
Man.
all
I
TV
think this
viewers
is,
out there. And let
this
them
is
know every
rhythmless
Sunday afternoon,
Rocky
Rick, at
Johnson.
105, I've got my own little radio talk show. Call in and talk to Colonel Buck on 690 AM
As your
every
referee.
Sunday afternoon at 105. Of course, Big Time Charlie will be there with me. My coordinator goes around and does these things. But let's get back to talking about wrestling. And we see some good matches. Orndorff against Landell, Brian Blair against Greg Valentine. That's just a sample of what's going to come up here in New Orleans for all you folks on Monday, June the 8th, the Cajun Slammin' Jammin' Special. Everybody's asking me on the streets, Rick, well, just exactly what is it? Well, I want to tell all of them next week. They can tune in, and we'll tell them exactly what the card is, and exactly what that Cajun Slammin' Jammin' Special is all about.
That's all coming up. We will tell you about it next week. More information about the Cajun Slammin' Jammin' Special. That big night, don't forget, Monday, June the 8th at the Pontchartrain Center. Bell time is at 7:30. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster locations or by calling the Pontchartrain Center. As the Colonel said, Colonel Buck Robley, the card isn't signed as of yet, but it promises to be a big NWF card. All the stars of the NWF will be there. And coming up in just a second, the final match of the show. Gentlemen, Chris Adams against Eli the Eliminator. So stay with the NWF.
We'll be right back.
Hey, here we are. The action's already started, hasn't it, Rock and Chris?
You know,
I tell you what, they didn't even wait for the introduction.
say
These
in
two
shape
guys
press
came in
for-
and
press
started
for splash.
immediately. We've got Chris Adams, gentlemen,
He's
Chris
gonna get
Adams
the knees
against
up.
Eli the
Unless you're the
Eliminator,
Ultimate Warrior.
and acting is hot and heavy right now in the ring.
Nothing but action right there, and Eli is right on top of him with a reverse chin lock. Chris Adams grabbed 2 handfuls of hair. Oh my teeth. Oh, that jarred him right then, didn't it?
I think Eli's missing a couple of teeth already, so a few more, it wouldn't matter. You know, I want to mention one thing. Steve Van Boudreaux has been out ringing out there all night, and he's done a great job, but he kind of got chased out of the ring before this match because these two guys came out with one thing in mind. Let's go to battle and let's get it over with.
I don't blame T. Ben Boudreaux for
Yeah,
taking a run
okay.
with 2 big guys
It's
like
not
him.
going to, they don't know what tapping out means, so
Adams knows that he's going to take the punishment too, Eli, with the strength
well,
and the
he can
size that he has.
see.
Oh,
That's
a
not hard.
big boot to the head.
A big
Brian
boot, just like
Blair's
you
not
said, a
conceding.
big boot. A motorcycle boot.
I don't know what it'd take to stop this man, but there went a heavy boot again. Adams is back down on the mat. 3rd boot to the head. I'll tell you, Adams is addled right now. Adams is addled right there.
Oh, what was that?
Caught him to the side of the leg.
That was a shot to the lower
it's like
midsection.
the Beasters trying
The
to
lower midsection, if you get my drift.
roll over and push that thing.
Chris Adams is on top of him. Chris Adams with rights, with left. Adams has the advantage. He's going up under that 2nd rope. He's going to drive him up 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh! 5, and that's about it. You talk about
Oh, he tapped
action. Well,
out.
let me
He
tell you
tapped out.
something. We've had it with the
It's
National
over.
Wrestling Federation, haven't we, Rock and
We've
Rick?
had great shows, another good show for the NWF. Excellent action,
I
excellent
gotta remember
tag team
again
action.
that
It's been
I
great. We can't have
1992
anything
don't know what
Well,
tapping
I'll tell you
out
one
means.
thing. I want to watch the rest of this match, but
There
we
you go.
can't.
He
So it's
reversed
on
it.
Buenas Noches and Hoochie Cooches and Cajun Soup.
Sometimes roll back
All
over.
of you,
Using the rope there,
See you
right
next
from
week.
the referee. rhythmless rock. Ooh, missed that move and landed on his butkus. Oh, all else fails, just throw him outside the ring. And that is concrete floor, not cement floor, concrete floor. Don't think that's pretty. Oh, no pads out there. Oh, Valentine said, "Look, I've had enough of this crap. He said, I'm done with this." Wham with a chair. Is somebody gonna help this poor man? He's getting his tail whooped by Greg Valentine in a chair. Looking at some permanent injury on that knee. Referee, get the hell out of here. I'll be damned. Chris Adams. Gentleman Chris Adams. And who's that big fucker? Oh, is that Eli the Eliminator? He threw Chris Adams. No super kick party today for Chris Adams, who is credited to, teaching Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, Paul Diamond. No, Shawn Michaels and Paul Diamond is super kick. So if you want to blame anybody for the Young Bucks and Usos and everybody doing super kicks all the time, Chris Adams, all his fault. And damn, Paul Orndorff didn't get. All right, here we go. We got Orndorff and Chris Adams with chairs now. Y'all get the hell out of here. See, use weapons back in those days, you get disqualified. Then ring announcer say, yeah, whoever used the object get disqualified, and the other guy's the winner, or other person's the winner. And they'll announce, hey, the winner of the match is the one who got hit with a chair or table or whatever. Um, okay, Kabuki had like the spinning thrust kick or whatever. So I guess technically he was the first. But Chris Adams was the one who came in and the first one did the super kick with the thigh slap and all that good stuff. But yeah, really Kabuki, but the first super kick with the leg thigh slap effect, I do believe was Chris Adams. When Kabuki did, they was like, oh, this is a brush kick, karate kick, spinning karate kick, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, Chris Adams. I mean, you probably blame Chris Adams on two things: the whole super kick, everybody doing super kicks, and thigh slaps. Yeah, crescent kick. There we go. But yeah, I think Chris Adams did invent the thigh slap. So I'll be damned. What did it have the Smoky Mountain roster come to NWF for this show? Dusty Wolf, I do remember him. He enhancement guy. This, you know, WWF. I think NWA. There's Timmy Horner, White Lightning, Timmy Horner, who's wearing orange and yellow. And oh, Dusty Wolf's like, look, I'm not to win one today. It's a whole new promotion. I'm here to be the man. Take it here to old Tim Horner here. Tim Horner was, I mean, was a pretty good wrestler. Him and Brad Armstrong made a pretty good tag team. Again, wasn't a good interviewer. Definitely not a good singer. I don't think that. Oh, Dusty, I guess, couldn't handle the back roll. There's the O'Connor roll with a bridge. That's his finisher. Yeah, I was a bit of. Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah, damn heel. Yeah, been a long time since you heard Dusty Wolf's name. But there he is, Colonel Buck Robley. He ain't got the brace on his arm. Definitely a legend in the Louisiana territory, the tri-state, mid-south territories. Of course, he was a tag team partner of Junkyard Dog when uh, Junkyard Dog got blinded. But he did a lot of the stuff was a heel. I think he's more famous for being a heel. Um, I didn't really see him till Southern Championship Wrestling from Georgia. Miss Wrestling 2 was wrestling there, and somebody put a bounty on Miss Wrestling 2, and they had a thing called Wrestlethon, where raising money for charity. I think that year it was for Bulletproof Vest, and they actually had wrestling at the WATL Channel 36 studio, and of course a big box came in for Miss Wrestling 2. Miss Wrestling 2 went investigated, and out popped up Buck Rubley to try to collect that bounty. So that was my only thing I ever seen of Buck Rubley. But I heard he was a hell of a booker. I think Bill Watts even said he's probably one of his best bookers. And here we go. Another main event anywhere in the country. Eli the Eliminator versus Chris Adams. I think it was what, 86, 87. Eli the Eliminator was in the UWF. I think he went to World Class after UWF basically got bought out, shut down. I think he wrestled somebody else too at one time. I can't remember. I don't think he had a very long career. Ooh, that looked a little low there, ref. Here we go to 10 punches of doom. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he only got 4. Now, here's one thing that always confused me about the atomic drop. I guess it wasn't the disqualification since the atomic drop affected the spine, but I would think you got somebody on your leg like that, or especially that style of the front atomic drop, that whole leg there's like right there on your you know, scrotum and everything, webos and everything. Yeah, you see there that's produced by Buck Rubley, so he's the Bookham man here, and of course. And that was it for this week's edition of NWF Wrestling. Yeah, like I said, some interesting names there. And had to jar my memory a little bit and realize that, hey, some of those people actually wrestled for Smoky Mountain. But yeah, I see Chris Adams, Paul Orndorff, Buddy Landell, uh, Bob Holly being one half of the Rock and Roll Express with Robert Gibson. Uh, that main event anywhere in the country, B. Brian Blair and Greg the Hammer Valentine. And come on, let's be honest. Maybe if it was Greg Valentine and either Dino Bravo or Bruce Beefcake versus Killer Bees. Yeah, a lot of later career guys. A lot of later career folks, um, like Robert Gibson, Paul. Yeah, this is before Paul Orndorff got another. Well, actually, yeah. Paul Orndorff, I think, was in Smoky Mountain this time. He was feuding with Ronnie Garvin. I mean, heck, I almost want to say the only Smoky Mountain people was a couple of job guys, and as far as main stars was Paul Orndorff or Ray Valentine, Chris Adams. Because I think, not sure where Buddy Landell was at this time. I know he was kind of sort of in the beginning of Smoky Mountain. Then, I don't know, I think this Jim Cornette off or he left or something like that. But he wanted to. Heck, he said in this interview, did think Tim Horner was a main event guy, and definitely wasn't going to do the JOB for him and I quit match or something like that, or made a or did it but made a spectacle of himself. Uh, yeah, that's another motion to check out later on. But yeah, like I said last night, couldn't help it. I did the thing. Went on YouTube and found Stranglemania with seeing wrestling legends like Cactus Sack, Drunk Terry Funk, Lama Nama New Me. Gosh, okay, so what was it? Okay, it wasn't. It was a WCW game. Was it? I think it was WCW versus NWO Revenge or something like that. And they had a guy in like blue, tights and white boots, whatever. And and so, me and my friends would of course play that game on N64. And this is after um, we watched Stranglemania, and so I would always pick that wrestler. And I was like, oh, here he comes, Lama. I'm gonna be Lama Nama New Me. And every time I make a comeback, I say, hey, you can't keep Lama Nama New Me down and Lama Nama Maniacs out of it. Hear those Lama Nama New Me Maniacs cheer for him? Can't beat Lama Nama New Me. But yeah, like I said, it was interesting to watch now. Uh, so yeah, if you like the deathmatch stuff, uh, yep, definitely seen it there and Insane Clown Posse, and of course, when they finally met Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, they said, oh yeah, here's some money for that. Now I've heard two different stories. I've heard Mick Foley confronted uh, Insane Clown Posse about it, and I heard uh, uh, Violent J and Shaggy Two Dope basically say, "Oh, here's the money for that." But it's definitely it was definitely interesting to watch, especially with him doing uh, I forgot what it's like Diamond Dave something whatever, but you can call me 3D and Shaggy Two Dope had a name, but you just call me Guido, like ravishing or handsome Harley, whatever, but you just call me Guido. Okay. But yeah, it was definitely interesting watch. This was an interesting watch night too. This a lot of later career people wouldn't. Let's say, I mean, the only upstart I seen on this one was Bob Holly, which is kind of cool going back watching these like independence from late early 90s. You see a bunch of people who did, or see a few people who wind up being stars. But good stuff. Good stuff. First shooting review, I think. Okay. Either tied or at least almost. Let's see. They did a face-off with Honky Tonk Man, New Jack, and Iron Sheik, and that was horrible. They did another face-off with Jake Roberts, Raven, and Kevin Sullivan, where Kevin Sullivan was pretty much passed out at the time. You couldn't understand what Jake Roberts was saying, and Raven is trying to keep the conversation going, but he was kind of out of it too. So, yeah, 3 worst shooting reviews ever: Jimmy Snuka's and those 2 faces. And let me guess, somebody's going to go, oh, let me be the first to check those out. And they'll blame me for, what'd you talk about those? Those are horrible. It's like, yeah, I just told you they were horrible. Let's see, what time is it? Yep. Let's get the about that time. Let's see, appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody joining me in the chat. And if you didn't watch this live, hey, go in the comment section, leave a comment of the memories. Hey, if you were around Louisiana at the time and or wherever this show was on, how long did it last? How did it go? Who stayed around? Who left and whatnot? Also, if you enjoyed the show, hey, click that thumbs up button. It's greatly appreciated. And also, let me do the reminder thing: is be a champ and click on that subscribe button. And that's going to do it for me tonight. You folks have a good one. Take it easy. Still be safe. Just checked out the road earlier today, or late this afternoon, about 5 o'clock, and it looks like the snow is melted. So I don't know. I think it's going to get cold this evening, so it might freeze up a little bit. But so either way, if you do decide to drive tomorrow, early tomorrow, whatever, be careful. I'll definitely, hopefully, like I said, hopefully it'll be all gone. Supposed to be damn near perfect. So I can go check out some AEW Collision. Anyway, like I said, have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.